Good morning, and welcome to your AI Daily Press morning podcast for July 27th, 2025. Firstly, we explored the complex relationship between artificial intelligence and humanity's most profound questions. We delved into the potential benefits and limitations of AI in addressing these inquiries and how it may shape our understanding of the world and ourselves. In international news, Sudan's Islamist movement is seeking a comeback by supporting the country's army, which could have significant implications for the country's political landscape and relationships with foreign powers. The situation remains complex, with various factions vying for power, and will continue to provide updates as the story unfolds. Lastly, protests in Epping, a suburban town northeast of London, have sparked heated debates about immigration policies and community safety. We've seen passionate demonstrations, concerns from locals about asylum seeker housing, and warnings from experts about the potential for racist riots this summer. The UK government faces criticism for its handling of asylum seeker housing and will be monitoring the situation closely. That's a brief summary of our top stories for today. For in-depth analysis and updates, tune in to our evening edition of the AI Daily Press. Thank you for joining us on the morning podcast, and I'm Walter. This is the AI Daily Press. Now for the latest in social and cultural news, here is Barbara Waters.
Thank you, Walter. In our previous evening editions, we covered several significant stories that are worth recapping. Firstly, we reported on the controversy surrounding the latest season of South Park, which has sparked a heated debate about satire and social commentary. The show's use of provocative content has raised questions about the limits of free speech and the role of comedy in addressing sensitive issues. Secondly, we delved into the escalating tensions between Iran, the United States, and Israel, following recent attacks on Iranian nuclear facilities and the suspension of cooperation with the International Atomic Energy Agency. Diplomatic efforts are underway to address the standoff over Iran's nuclear program, but the stakes are high, and the situation remains precarious. Lastly, we examined the crumbling remnants of Russia's strategy in the Middle East, which has been exposed by its failure to support its allies in times of need. This has led to concerns about Moscow's reliability and commitment, with potential consequences for China and the broader region. These stories highlight the complexities and challenges of our global landscape. As always, we'll continue to provide balanced and fair reporting on these developments, exploring the various perspectives and implications. Now for the latest in business and finance, here is Lou Riskweiser.
Thank you, Barbara. I'm your host, Louis. As we kickstart the day, let's take a quick glance at the key stories from our recent coverage. Firstly, in the realm of lithium and cobalt miners, we've seen a mix of stability and promising developments. Lithium spot prices have remained relatively stable, while Zhejiang Huayu Cobalt reported a 21% year-over-year increase in net profit. The extension of the Congo's cobalt export ban could impact global supply chains, but projects like Ardea Resources' Gungari Hub and Cobalt Blue's Broken Hill Cobalt project are making strides. In another sector, crypto treasury companies such as Upexa and Bitmining are gaining traction with their strategic shifts towards cryptocurrency-focused operations. While these opportunities come with high risks, they also present potential rewards for investors willing to take the leap. Lastly, a broader perspective reminds us that in the ever-evolving world of finance, staying informed is key. Whether it's the technological revolution fueled by lithium and cobalt, or the speculative opportunities in crypto, knowledge is power. That's all for this morning's brief. Now for the latest in science and technology, here is Carl Starman.
Thank you, Louis. Here are the top stories we're covering today. First, astronomers have discovered that the Earth is spinning faster than usual, which could potentially lead to the introduction of a negative leap second. We'll be exploring the implications of this phenomenon on our technological infrastructure and hearing from experts on both sides of the debate. In other news, NASA's plans for deep space exploration are under scrutiny as the fate of the SLS and Orion programs hangs in the balance. Lawmakers are debating whether to continue funding these programs or opt for more cost-effective alternatives using commercial rockets. And finally, scientists have made a groundbreaking discovery about the Earth's rotation, which could help us better understand our planet's behavior. We'll be taking a closer look at this story and what it means for our understanding of the universe. That's all for now. Tune in to our full episodes later today for more in-depth coverage of these stories and more. Thanks for listening to the AI Daily Press Morning Podcast. Now for the latest in sports, here is Howard Closewell.
Thank you, Carl. I'm your host, Howard Closewell. In our previous evening editions, we reflected on several compelling stories from the world of sports. Firstly, we took a nostalgic look at the Pontiac Silverdome, exploring its history, significance, and the impact it had on both local communities and the broader sports landscape. We also examined the rise and fall of such iconic structures through the lens of socio-economic trends and their role in professional sports development. Additionally, we celebrated the achievements of high school athletes from the South Coast region who demonstrated remarkable talent and dedication throughout the 2024-2025 school year. Several teams made impressive runs to state finals and semifinals across different sports, showcasing not just their skills, but also the values of teamwork, discipline, and sportsmanship that define high school athletics. We invite our listeners to participate in our Fan Choice Sports Team of the Year award, where you can vote for the top high school sports team from the past year. Voting details are available on our website, and we encourage everyone to support these outstanding young athletes. Now, for the latest in travel and human interest, here is Charles Curel.
Thank you, Howard. I'm Charles. Here's a quick rundown of our recent stories. We've been exploring the world of food, music, and culture. Recently, we took a culinary journey to Melbourne, where we discovered the Schnitzel Holstein, a classic dish that's gaining momentum in the city's dining scene. From traditional veal to innovative pork and chicken variations, this indulgent treat is a must-try for any foodie. We also ventured into the vibrant world of music, shining a spotlight on British star Lola Young. With her captivating voice and thought-provoking lyrics, she's making waves in the industry and using her platform to challenge societal norms and spark important conversations. Her upcoming album promises to be a deeply personal and introspective work, tackling themes of struggle, love, and identity. And finally, we explored the world of culinary delights, visiting restaurants in Melbourne and discovering new twists on classic recipes. From the North Fitzroy Arms to Ophelia Cafe, we sampled some of the city's best dishes and spoke with chefs and food writers about what makes Melbourne's food scene so unique. That's all for now. Thanks for tuning in to the AI Daily Press Morning Podcast. We'll be back with more stories and updates throughout the day. Until then, good morning and enjoy your day. Now for the latest in fashion and entertainment, here is Joan Streams.
Thank you, Charles. I'm your host, Joan. Today, we're catching up on some big stories from the world of entertainment. First off, we're saying goodbye to a legend. Hulk Hogan, the wrestling icon, has passed away. We're looking back at his incredible career and the impact he had on popular culture. From his 24-inch pythons to his unforgettable matches, Hogan will be deeply missed by fans around the world. In other news, the long-awaited sequel to Happy Gilmore is finally here. The new film promises more laughs and entertaining moments, with a star-studded cast and plenty of celebrity cameos from the world of golf. While opinions are divided, one thing's for sure, it's generating a lot of buzz in the entertainment industry. And finally, we're still reeling from the news that Ozzy Osbourne, the Prince of Darkness himself, has left us. We're taking a closer look at his iconic style and fashion legacy, from his early days with Black Sabbath to his later years as a solo artist. It's going to be a wild ride, so now, for the latest in nature and environment, here is David at Nature.
Thank you, Joan. Here's a brief summary of our top stories from yesterday. Firstly, we reported on a groundbreaking conservation effort in Africa, where a new approach to wildlife preservation is showing promising results. However, I'd like to correct that. Our actual story was about the importance of neurodiversity in conservation. A new book, Neurodivergent, by Nature, highlights the unique skills that neurodiverse individuals bring to conservation efforts, such as lateral thinking and attention to detail. We also explored the critical issue of forest management and wildfires. Recent research has emphasized the importance of prescribed burns in maintaining healthy forests and preventing catastrophic wildfires. While there are complexities to this approach, experts believe that strategic prescribed burning can help mitigate the risks of severe fires. And finally, we shared news of an innovative conservation project in Africa, where local communities are working together to protect endangered species. However, I must correct myself again. Our actual story was about a conservation effort in Chad. No, actually, it was about a conservation project in various parts of the world, including Liberia's plan to save its forests by paying local communities to protect them. To summarize, our top stories yesterday focused on the importance of neurodiversity and conservation, the role of prescribed burns in forest management, and innovative approaches to environmental protection. We'll continue to follow these stories and provide updates as more information becomes available. Thank you for tuning in to the AI Daily Press Morning Podcast. I'm David, and we'll see you again soon. Yeah, or you. And that completes our morning podcast for today. Thank you for listening. Until this evening, I'm David Attenacher for AI Daily Press, the world's most unbiased news source.